right, so right now what we're going to be doing is the matter of the use of the diaphragm, and we're going to have you do certain exercises to know exactly how to do this. And I'm going to have Mr. Brumfield enter right now as to how we do this at NCU with our choir, okay? All right, here we are. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. All right, so first and foremost, in order to make a sound, you have to breathe, right? So breathing is a very important part of how we sing. So we have what is called the bimodal breathing. So when you're running and you're jogging and you're short of breath and it means that you're engaging the shallow part of your lungs or the top part of your lungs. All right? That is not used when we're singing. When we're singing, we go for deep breathing. All right? And that's engaging the lower part of the lungs, engaging diaphragm muscles. And so what we're going to do, we're going to stand it together. But first, since we're here doing this, I'm going to do with my hands, and you're going to come up with my hands. All right? Let's do some conducting right now. And when you're about to stand, sit halfway in your seat. Some persons were late, please be seated. And don't be afraid, you engage your choir, all right? If they are not moving according, you fix it. Mrs. Simpson always tell me, fix it from the beginning, or else it's harder to fix later on. Let's do this one more time. Much better. All right. So when a baby is crying, where do you see, which part of the body do you see moving? Is it up here in the chest or is it down here? And you know, when he makes a sound from here, you have to cover up. All right? Now, if I say take a deep breath, everyone, I suggest, or I bet you're going to be doing this. All right? So let's try it. Take a deep breath. In. Same thing. Exhale. All right. So in order to really engage this area right here, what you're going to do for me? You are going to bend slightly forward. Bend slightly forward. And place your hands on your hips, or somewhere right here. Bend. And you take a deep breath. And you're going to find that the chest remains and the stomach area is where it's going to be engaged. All right? Let's go together. In. Through the nose, in. Exhale through the mouth. One more time, in. Out. All right, so let's, all right, you hold. All right, so we're standing, and we place our hands here. We're gonna try the same thing. Leave the chest alone, all right? I don't want it going anywhere. Try to engage here. It's going to feel as if air is going inside your stomach. That's how it's going to feel. Allow that feeling. All right? Let's go together. In. And out. All right? I see some persons doing it. So you want to feel your fingers expanding and relaxing. All right? In. You feel the fingers moving, expanding a bit. Take in some more. Hold, and release. All right, this time what we're going to do, we are going to, I'll hold it, thanks. We are going to use a sound like you're telling somebody to be quiet. And the warm-ups, you have to explain to your choirs or whoever you're working with, why do we do the warm-ups? So you're extending long notes when you're singing, you need to reserve air inside your body. All right, so you don't run out of air too quickly. So we're going to engage the use of the SH sound. All right, so you're going to take a deep breath in through the nose and you're going to hold it and we're going to exhale for 10 counts. All right, let's try that together. And do not do shh. Take your time. Inhale. Some more. Hold. right? Not bad. Not bad. This time around, we're going to exhale with the sound of a hiss like a snake. All right? And remember, do not be forceful about the sound. The singing is not about force. It's about technique. All right? And so you don't want to be... No, that's big on. All right? We want to do this. You're learning to do what? Reserve air in your body, so when you're singing, it is more effective. So let's take a deep breath in through the nose one more time. In. And while you hold that, I'm going to count to 3, and you're going to take in more air while I'm counting to 3. And we're going to 12 counts. All right, how do you feel? All right, and so one more thing that we could do, normally when you're about to start your rehearsals and stuff, you do some stretches. So you encourage your choir members to yawn, to stretch, just to get the lazy out. All right? Because we're coming from work, we're coming from wherever, and we're stressed, right? And so just yawn and stretch and just get it out. Right. And then we would engage the breathing exercises, then our vocal exercises. All right. All right, so Doc would like us to go through the vocal warm-ups. So, Mrs. Simpson, please. And we're going to use la. Let's just use la for that one. La, 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 la. And it's not going to be la. La. Can I hear that from everybody? La. Woo. That's a choir right there. All right. 1, 2, 3, and la 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 change it. La 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 la. One more. La 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 la. And hold. So that last la that you held would have the demonstration, the breathing helps you to hold your notes longer. All right. There's this other one we're going to do from C major. That's a scale. So we're going to go la, la. So we're going to do an octave. All right, let's try it. La, 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 la. There are so many. Let's try that one together. Remember, it's la. All right. La, 2, 3, and la, 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 la. All right? And you encourage your members to do that with one breath. All right? Another key, let's go a bit higher. Try it together. La, 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 la. Next key, a bit faster. And la, 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 la. All right? And there's a point when you're going higher. The higher you go, encourage your sopranos to, really challenge themselves to go that high. And it reaches to a point where you can tell your altos now, they remain quiet while the sopranos go up. All right? Because altos really go to a certain level and you don't want to stress them out going up there. All right? The last one I'm going to go, C major, I'm going to do Louis, Louis. And this is testing your range going down. And I always go to the last key of the piano so I can get the basses really engaged. All right, so everybody is going to go Louis, 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 Louis. Same shape of the mouth. Louis, 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 Louis. Going down. Going from C to B. To B, we're going down. Louis, Louis, 3, and Louis, 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 Louis. Going down. Louis, 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 Louis. Louis, 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 Louis. Louis, Louis, Louis. I need to hear the basses now. Yes, grumblet bass. And Louis, Louis, Louis. All right, sopranos out. Keep going. Louis, Louis, Louis. Altos out, tenors and basses only. Louis, Louis. A basses only, keep going down. One more key. Bass. Louis, 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 Louis. One more for them. And Louis, Louis. Give them a round of applause. That was it. All right. Please be seated, everyone. Which one do you want? We have this one and we have also this one. Okay. Okay. All right, so who? All right.
The third one, Blessed Assurance, Jesus is mine. What you're going to do here now, you're going to go through the parts. The first, the soprano, the alto, the tenor, and the bass. So if you know the tune already, the sopranos, at least the sopranos will know the tune. The altos would have to get the alto part, and the tenors and the bass, okay? All right.
All right, so let's do...
So they're going to put it
on the screen. Oh, it's there. Oh. Ah. Can you see? Okay. All right. I am sorry it's so small, but we still proceed. Blessed Assurance. All right. We place it like this so you're able to see the notes, and it's important to see what is it that you're reading. I know many persons there are not sure what exactly is going on with those black notes, but we proceed. If you notice at the top, there is this clef shaped like a G. Anybody know what that clef is? The treble clef. All right, so at the beginning of the music up there, you see that symbol shaped like a G. It is the treble clef, and you see one below it, shapes like, yes, and that, there we go. And so the one below is shaped like half of a heart, all right? And so that is the bass clef. And as the name suggests, bass. And so at the top of the staff, where we have the treble clef, we have our sopranos and our altos. All right? So if you notice, there are two black notes joined together at the top beside the 9/8. Do you see that? Good. So the top voice will be our sopranos. May I see the sopranos? Raise your hands for me. Why are you around there? All right. And may I have all the altos? Good. So based on what we're seeing there, those two notes are that top part where the treble clef is going right across. It belongs to you. All right? And then below, you see two notes below beside the 9/8 where the bass clef is. That is for the tenors and the bass. All the tenors, please raise your hands. All right. You don't look so sure, but all right. All the basses. Come on, bass. I want to see the hands held high. Basses. All right. So that is it. So we are going to go through all of that right now. And All right. So we're just going to do the first verse and the chorus. So we do the sopranos first. All right. So the sopranos, we are going to go through your part all the way up to where the chorus begins, but we're not going to engage a chorus as yet. All right? So just remember, your note is on top so you can follow the rhythm as it goes. And also, Mrs. Simpson will be accompanying us as we go through that part. All right? Ready? And you pronounce the words very clearly. So the first thing we're going to do, let's say the words together. And blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine. Heir of salvation, purchase of. I want to hear that. Purchase of. And remember, it's not going to be got. All right, purchase of God. Born of his spirit, washed in his blood. And remember, washed is, it has an ED on it. Washed in his blood. So let's go through that, sopranos. Blessed are. So you follow the music, all right? And blessed. 2, 3, 1, 2, out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out. 2, 3, 4, 5, out. All right, so let's go back to that part. Washed in his blood. All right, good. All right, and for those of you who are wondering what the 9/8 is for, that is just, that's a count. That's a tempo, and that's a count. All right, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's what that is about. So we would have started on 7, 8, 9. All right? So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blessed ashore. All right? So that's what that is. Sopranos did well. Let's go with our altos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blessed assurance. You see it going up? Look at ants. Blessed assurance. Do you see the ants going up? I can't see it. Right, so it goes up. I need a pointer. Assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Heir of salvation, purchase of God. Ta 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 ta. Born of his spirit, washed in his blood. So washed in his blood. Washed in his blood. So let's go from born of his spirit. Born, where is it? His spirit, washed in his blood. And I like it, altos. That's sounding good. So I think we can put sopranos and altos together. Ready to try it? Sit upright. When you're singing, you sit upright. Tenors and basses, we're coming to you momentarily. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. And I'm conducting the altos. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine, heir of salvation, purchase of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Born of his spirit, washed in his blood. We need to sign this group. Tenors and basses, yes? We need to record it. All right, when you put it together, we can do that. But so far, so good. Gentlemen, how they sound? I hope you know they'll be encouraging you too. All right, Pastor. Tenors, you're going to be reading the top note in the bass clef. You're all seeing where I'm talking, right? I don't have a pointer. Where is it? Oh, that. All right, so tenors. This is another bass part, bass clef. So the tenors would be the top notes up here, and the basses are the notes below. All right? So the same thing up there. So the tenors, you are these notes here, and the basses, you are these notes here. Sopranos and altos were up there. Everybody get that? All right, so tenors follow the first line on top, coming all the way to this part. All right? And then we have the basses. Tenors, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. All right, so let's do that part one more time. Can we have some volume on the piano, please? All right, so let's go, tenors. Let's do it slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. All right, so let's fix that part. Jesus is mine. You have that, tenors, again. Jesus is mine. We'll continue. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine, heir of salvation, purchase of. That's it. Born of His Spirit, washed in His blood. That's it, tenors. How you feel about that? One more time? All right, one more time for the tenors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine, heir of salvation, purchase of blood, born of His Spirit, washed in His blood. That's it, tenors. So we're going to put you with the sopranos and the altos. I hope they remember. Sopranos, don't sleep on me, wake up. Sit upright now, singing mode. Blah, blah. So sopranos, give me your note with blah. All right, so watch me now. You're going to keep going, all right? Hold it. And altos, tenors, out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine, heir of salvation, purchase of God, born of His Spirit, washed in His blood. Boy, I tell you, it's sounding like church. I almost say Happy Sabbath. All right, so let's go with the basses. All right, and this is the easiest. This is my line. Blah, give me that basses, blah. Come on, basses, we got this. Roll it. And? All right. You got a little meat on that bone, but we'll work it. Blessed assurance. I need that voice. Ready for it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. One note. Oh, what, well, no, foretaste of glory divine, heir of salvation, purchase of God, born of His Spirit, washed in His blood. All right, so basis, let's do that one more time. So your note straight across for the most part. Then we're going to put it with everybody else. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine, heir of salvation, purchased of God, born of His Spirit, washed in His blood. We think they're ready. They are ready. I heard Pastor around there, so they're ready. All right, so let's go with everybody. Sopranos, and you're going to hold your note for me, and just say bleh. Stop. Don't find it. Don't say bleh. No. Bleh. One note. And altos, bleh. Tenors, bleh. Basses, bleh. Out. Cut. 1, 2. We're going to do it all 4. 1, 2, 3. Give them a little something. Ready? Sit upright for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine, heir of salvation, purchase of God, born of His Spirit, lost in His blood. My. So all we're going to do now, right now, we're just going to put the chorus with that, and that would have been a recorded number. Let's go to the chorus. I need, how many microphones do I have here? All right, so Odin, Solomon, as you have heard him earlier, he also sings tenor. He's a tenor on the NCU choral, and so he'll be staying right here with the microphone to engage the tenors. All right, and so we have Ashley, Miss Ashley Johnson, who is our soprano / descant. You all know what a descant is? Yes. So where the sopranos are, descant is above that. All right, and so we also have Brianna, all right, who is our alto. All right.
Blessed assurance. Okay, great.
That's it. Oh. All right. So we're going to go with the chorus right now quickly. Let's go with the chorus. So sopranos, and let's go with sopranos. So you'll demonstrate for me with the sopranos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It goes to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This is my story. This is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story. This is my song, praising long.
And what did you notice with the all? She held it for a while. So it's not all the day long, all the day long. All right? So that's with the sopranos. I think you have that. Alto. Alto quickly. Ready? All right, Ashley. Not it? All right, so Ashley will also sing the alto for right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This is my story.
And while
This
one part is being
my
sung, no other voice should be singing in your practices, all right?
Praising my Savior. Fix that. Praising my Savior all the day long.
3, 1, 2, and.
This is my story.
And.
This is my
2, 3,
song.
4, 5, 6.
Praising my Savior all the day long.
All right. So altos, we're gonna try that with Ashley just now. This is my. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This is my story. This is my song.
And listen to each other, blend into each other's voice.
Praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story. This is my song. Praising my Savior all the day long.
All right, so can we have sopranos and altos together? Sopranos, let me hear you say you're this. It's not this. What is the word? This. 1, 2. So, this. Altos. This. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This is my story. This is my song. Praising my Savior all the day long.
And the conducting looks something like this.
This is my
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
story.
6, 7,
This
8,
is
9.
my
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Praising my Savior all the day long.
All right, beautiful. And so we're going to engage a tenor right now. Ready, tenors? Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is my story. This is my
Story.
This is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. Straight parts. This is my story. This is my song, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Praising my Savior all the day long. Simple and easy. Not sure. All right, so tenors, let's try that with Mr. Solomon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is my story. This is my song. 4, 5, 6. Praising my Savior all the day long. I'm going to climb from down going up. This is my story. This is my song. 3, 4, 5, 6. Praising my Savior all the day long. I would say it in us. Yes, man, let's do this. So all 3 voices. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This is my story. This is my song. Praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story. This is my song. Praising my Savior all the day long.
And so the basses, they can't wait for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is my story. This is my song. Praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story. Say no. This is my song. Praising my Savior all the day long. Praising my Savior. Praising my Savior all the day long. Are we ready for this? Let's put it together. Basses, we good? All right, everybody. This is my story. Just sing alto. They know the soprano already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This is my story. This is my song. Praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story. This is my song. Praising my Savior all the day long.
All right, so we're going to do something quickly. We are going to stand, sing it from the top towards the end of the chorus. Definitely. All right. So sopranos again. All right, so sopranos, sing the chorus through. Listen to the piano. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chorus and.
This is my story.
My, not my.
This is
My.
my song.
Lift tongue. My.
Praising my
All right, good. That is where it is. Praising myself. So you don't dip. It's not praising. It is what? Praising my. So it's all the day long, not all the day long. All right, praising my Savior. Praising my Savior all the day long. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. All right. So what we're going to do, all the sopranos, again, all right. So sopranos, just to fix that part, because some of you are worship leaders, and so when you stand here to lead your congregation into worship, you have to have it correct, right? That's why we're doing this. So let's go sopranos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This is my story.
My.
This is my song.
So this is my straight across.
Praising my Savior all the day.
All right, pause for me. All right, so it's not going to be Savior. It's not going to be that. All right, the R, don't stress the R so much. Praising my Savior. All right, and we move along. So let's do this one more time, sopranos. Then we put everybody together, and that would have concluded that exercise. Let's go. Sopranos. And just remember, this is my song, straight across. Praising my, straight across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is my story. This is my song. Praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story. This is my song. Da, da, and praising my Savior all the day long. All right. This is my song. That's the dip right there. All right. Let's do that part. This is my song. Praising my Savior all the day long. All right. Now we're sounding right. So we're going to stand. And remember how we stand now.
Wow.
There are many ways. Some conductors do this. Choir gets up when they feel. But for me, follow my hands, come up with my hands. All right? Let's do this. Am I stressing you out? All right, you ready? Eight out of 10. Sopranos, give me your play and you hold it and. All right, so alto, tenor, and bass, and you know the soprano. 1. So this is on a Sabbath, and you are leading the congregation to worship. And
Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine, heir of salvation, purchase of God, born of His Spirit, washed in His blood.
bring it out now. And
This is my story. This is my song. Praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story. This is my song. Praising my Savior all the day long.
lastly, I will say this before Dr. Anderson take. Thank you very much, my assistants. They did an excellent job. Yes, wonderful job. Thank you. And Mrs. Simpson, thank you. All right, so one thing we also need to encourage, as well as adequate practice time. So if you're going to be, if you have praise and worship today, or even the hymns that you're going to do, whether it is the opening hymn, closing hymn, it has to be rehearsed. It has to be rehearsed. So don't just announce the opening hymn and somebody come up there who don't have a clue what's going on. All right? It has to be rehearsed. All right? So, also we have to interpret the words or interpret the theme of the song to the congregation. And so they in turn will sing with that. All right? So you're saying, blessed assurance, Jesus is mine, and you're standing there. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. I don't know what's happening there. All right? Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. All right? So you have to have that connection and that feeling in the moment when you're presenting the hymns to interpret what is actually going on. All right? This song should be filled with joy. Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of what? Glory divine. Glory divine. And so when you're singing, that is the feeling or the interpretation. I must use the word feeling. But that is the interpretation you need to give. It means something to you, it will mean something to your congregation, and God gets all the praise. Amen. So no one has any time to say, boy, why am I doing not sound good? All right? So interpret. So I want to see on your faces the song, oh, there'll be joy when the work is done. I need to see joy. I need to feel joy. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like those. So that is it from me.
Thank you very much. Yes, Mr. Broomfield, our music major.
Just one?
Yes, our music major and also conductor of the NCU chorale there at NCU. And I'm sure, I know that you have something to take back to your churches. And Mrs. Barrett and Pastor Barrett, you talked about the National Adventist Choir. And I remember it was the Governor General who called me when I was at NCU, and he said, listen, I want an Adventist, National Adventist Choir, and you're going to be doing this, be the conductor. And he had constitution, and he provided the budget. And for those couple of years, we had that National Adventist Choir that performed at many, and we had people from over the country. That means from Kingston, from North Jamaica, South Jamaica, Manchester Central, and West. And it represented. So when I heard, listen, you don't even know how you sound, you know. You sound well, and within a few minutes, and I hear that, and you have potential. So, Pastor, you and I will talk, you see? You and I will talk. And yes. Pardon me? You mean here? Oh, Portmore. Oh my goodness, that's true. Well, you see, that can be done. Okay? Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to ask them for that. Okay? All right, we'll talk about that. So now that yes, now that we have done this, are there questions that you'd like to ask right now? Yes, Mr. Wilton. Oh, you mean 501 or hymn number? No. Yes, a proper procedure for that is when the praise team or the person who is leading out the song, leading at worship time, Sabbath school, or the midday hour, is that they will come up and they will say, we will sing hymn 504, not number. It's like 504 from our hymnals, and sometimes what they do is say the title of it, the title of the hymn, And they said they will mention after that, we will stand at the appropriate time. And that means the appropriate time means that there is the pianist or the organist will play an introduction, or what it is, the whole song, because the right thing is to play the whole song through, and towards the ending of the whole song, then they will, they will stand up. And generally what happens is the conductor, the person who is there leading, will make the, yes. Okay, all right, come. You get up there. Yes, you can just say, Blessed Assurance 240, or 2 whatever it is, or 33, whatever the number is. So you say the title of the song, and then you can, yes, do that. The same Blessed Assurance. Yes, 462, yes. Yes. Pardon me? Oh, the descanter. Oh, somebody here who can do that? Oh, okay. Sure, descant. You can sing the descant?
You know it without it being written. Same song.
Yes.
That's sure.
The descant to that. You know it? You know it?
Sometimes it is written out for them. So
Right. Because right now, let me tell you, I have somebody who is special here. That's Mr. Cedric Hansen. He has those descants right now. Because he's going to be... You have that one? Yes, because he's one who, because we talked about the hymns that he has set up with his system there that has those descants. Right, and we have the recording of that. Okay? Or because you can have that as a descant coming, and that really adds a whole lot to it. Okay? All right, any other question before the demonstration? You're going to do it? Yes, go ahead.
Just a quick point to that question that you asked. What I realize in the church is most times we have persons who are leading out in the hymns and in the praise and worship and stuff, but they do not give the accompanist enough time. All right? So they go ahead and they start the song, and we find that the accompanist searching. All right, and then by halfway in the thing, the accompanist catches up with you, and no. All right, I know not every church has trained the musicians. We understand that. I understand that, but for the most part, the protocol, or what it really should be, is the instrumentalist, the organist, the accompanist would start the hymn, play the entire thing. Then at the appropriate time, you'll be indicated for you to stand and you sing. All right, so as of today, since we have told you, no one will be singing before the musician anymore. I am hoping that there's a discussion being had over that side that will be addressing all of that. All right, that's where the accompanists and the musicians are. The first verse and the chorus, if there's a chorus.
The entire verse and chorus, yes.
Yeah. So you play like Blessed Assurance, she would play the entire song going to the chorus. Just the first verse and the chorus, then we stand and we sing.
Right. And then you will indicate, the person who is leading out will indicate for the congregation.
That is worship.
And
Yes, go ahead.
yes. Besides that, is this working? Working. Okay. What will happen, because this workshop, you see this workshop here now, we're going to continue the workshop where we're going to, we'll have to give you special sessions on the musical part of it. You see, where you know and you can understand, because that is so important. And I have some other discussions with the pastor, with your pastor, that we're going to go forward because right now what we're seeing as a music department, that all the conferences in Jamaica right now, we're going to have to do something definitely right away, because besides the church not having trained musicians. The schools, every day I'm getting a call from a school around here in Jamaica. They need a music teacher. They have no music teachers around, trained music teachers, right? So that is important. So the church now, and this is why I've commended Pastor Barrett for having done this, and I know that you feel the same way, because this is the beginning of what we're going to do. And I'm not, you see, I don't like to be in anything where they just do it for one time around. It's a continuation so that you see the success and you see evidence of it, because we need that. Okay? Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, that's his practice. Yes, it's for all songs. If you're having praise and worship, for all songs, that's what should happen if they're singing. You understand me? But you're singing praise and worship, you're seated. But when you're in the Sabbath school period and in the divine hour where you're having an opening song and a closing song, what we have just said must be adhered to. Okay? And when you go to churches where that is not happening, you know that they don't know better. So we're going to change that now. Okay? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Precisely.
But my concern is that sometimes, especially in the divine hour, when you are expecting to get the opening song from the preacher, they run on to the platform later, and then they're very song.
No, that's not right. No.
Hold on.
Exactly. Yes, so this is why I'm saying that education with the leaders within the church, that means the pastors, plus the musicians who are leading out together, they must be educated and they have to come together. So when I said in my delivery that for the praise team, for any church or any event, is that you need to rehearse with the pastor needs to give you the information, the Sabbath school director needs to give the hymns to the praise team who are going to do the work on that Sabbath. And then they need to rehearse before Sabbath. Because at NCU, this is what we try to do, because that's where the music department is. And if we do it otherwise, then we will be embarrassed. Right? But this is what is practiced in most places when you travel abroad, when you go anywhere where you're having the Adventist church, because there is what you call a church manual and whatever it is with all of this when it comes to how music should be done within the Adventist church. Okay? Yes?
Quick point.
Yes, a quick point before.
That's a solid point. Just to address something quickly before I move on. What you just said, my sister, we have a bad student. All right, so the point you just made is a very good point. As praise leaders and worship leaders, we have to know the various songs. We have to know the hymns. You can't say you're a worship leader and you don't know the hymns. You need to make that time. Take the time to learn the hymns and know the hymns. Now, when we say that you must rehearse the hymns ahead of time, what you just said is very valid. But what you want to know is that when Sabbath comes, the musician, and you have to practice with the musician. When Sabbath comes, the intro is made, you begin, and so everything flows together. It is bonded together. All right? And somebody said about raising a hymn or calling the name of a hymn 501, and when you open a hymnal, it is not 501 they wanted, or that is not the song that is there. All right? So all of those, it has to be done ahead of time so the worship is actually, it flows. Whose hand was it? Yes.
There is something I noticed that we should probably correct. There are times when music leaders are there and a song is called, and then again we have a situation with musicians just that we are trying to correct now. And they will start playing a bit, and you will have the congregation trying to lead the music leaders. And, I suggest, but you can give us another way to correct it.
I will.
Or you go ahead and correct it. Teach us, tell us how to correct that one.
I will allow Dr. to answer that one, but I'll just say this quickly. There are some folks in the church, we call them music coordinators. And I'm hoping that each church represented here has one of those. All right? Now, the music coordinator, one of your job also is to educate. All right? And so you give the protocol of of how the worship is supposed to be. And so the congregation cannot raise, what you call it, start a hymn before if you have someone that coordinates the music of the church. All right? So that is one. No. Doc said it before. Persons are not educated on the fact, and so this is what happens. But this is not a bashing session, really. It's just to let persons be informed as to what it really is. All right, so the worship leader, all the persons, whether you're a musician or worship, do you respond to the, what you call it, music coordinator? So the music coordinator should also liaison with the pastor. You get what I'm saying? So we cannot have persons going rogue, doing their own thing, when we have persons who are actually in charge of that aspect of the worship.
Okay, yes. I see Mr. Hanson and then Miss, right. But I'm saying what he has said just a while ago, and this is why I'm so moved by this workshop and the turnout that we have had. And as I said to you, is that the matter of educating, and so within this central conference here, this is the beginning of it, and we are going to be continuing as to how we are going to reach individual churches. That means and educate, because you see right now we have a breakout for these, you're the persons who are doing the singing and the soloists, but the musicians are over there, those who play, and then also the pastors are in another session, because the coordination between those that run the preaching of the word and those who run the music of the church, they have to be what? They have to be in consultation. And if you go back in the Bible, that's how it was. And it is well laid out there. But in this time that we are right now, there's a crisis. But this conference has decided to face that in this first. Pastor is over here to begin this. And this is where, and he's listened to all of this, and we are going to continue in doing so. All right, Mr. Hanson, you had your hand, and then after that, Miss. He has done that. Yes. And yes, and the thing about it is that Mr. Cedric Hansen, we have been way back when, and that's why I've asked him to come today since we're having this, because he has the equipment, and I have been to the churches who don't have any instrumentalists or anything like that, and when you go there, I've been there, and you hear them sing the songs, you'd never believe it. And of course he has it where you have the introduction and then they listen, and then he has responses and all of that. So within the context of that, that has helped them tremendously. Okay, ma'am.
Thank you. Morning.
Yes.
CJC with this. I was one of those persons who was grown old school in terms of being taught the separate parts when we were growing up in church.
Yes.
We had that strong leadership. My friend Kamala and I were doing this conference, and my father was the organist, and we had to sit. And the other day we were speaking, and we were saying we're in Central now, and we're dying for some of this, because we always talk about it. And so what you did today, and demonstrated today, is what we grew up on, where we had to learn the parts separately.
Yes.
And we had to sight read and so on, and Pastor, we thank you. Because I got so despondent that I don't join choirs anymore. I'm a part of the praise team. I just do it because, we love to do it, and so on. But we lack the training in terms of continuous rehearsals. And why I chose not to be a part of some choirs anymore is because they already rehearse. We go to rehearsals and we fight, and I can't deal with it. I was not socialized actually. And I was part of the music, all of that when we were growing up. And now in our 40s, some of us near 50, it will become so despondent.
Yes,
This
yes,
part is
yes.
very important.
Yes.
We go to many churches, and I tell you, you cringe, you will sit, you can't
Worried.
function in this function. I want to get up like, and I could go out to play no while ago, and she said, Mommy, there's a particular person who presented this morning. I know she's one who said, I said, no, this cannot work, it's true. There's some, and some of the leaders, they don't take instruction. One pastor looked at me, and he told me, Sister Malaka, but fix not right, you don't fix too much. Because the Bible says, make a joyful noise. They just go here, you cannot sing, they just doing what they feel. So
Really sing.
I'm ready, I intend to continue.
Yes.
I want to be a part of a choir. I'm not presently active in my church because I relocated for a job. But it is a desire, it's a need.
Yes.
Sometimes my children will say, Mommy, don't go by people in church. Because I can't dysfunction.
Yeah, well,
And it lifts the worship when it is
exactly.
those parts, much of those, but at the back,
Yes.
those parts that do not rehearse. You can hear them at the back of their churches. Someone that divide over their own, they're singing at the church. I can't understand it. They're rehearsing at the point because people are not dedicated to come out on a Tuesday night. We had to walk miles to go and rehearse, or we did not be allowed. And my father was saying, we can't sing.
Yeah.
We were not allowed to sing on Sabbath.
Yes.
We were not a part of it.
Yes, yes.
So I really love it.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Who else is there? Another question? Yes, yes. Go ahead.
I think one of the challenges we have is that we have a lot of musicians, but they don't know how to play music. They play by ear. So you will know a song a particular way, but because they do not understand the notes and all of that, we tend to have this kind of an issue.
Right.
So I think if we get to the root of the matter, which is get these musicians trained to read the notes, then that will be step one in fixing it.
I like that. I like that because right now, I have some talented musicians at the school, at NCU. They have come in, they can play by ear, and I am helping them to be able to read the notes because you see, I will tell you this one thing. One of a great musician over there in the United States, in the UK, right? Not in the UK, in America, and he was quite. I mean, he was so talented, and he was a black guy, and then the others were white, and so they would be playing for these events. But when it came to reading, he was not there, and they were because they were trained. And he got so upset, he decided he's going to school. And he went to school and got his bachelor's in music and reading. And he went back there. And it was published in one of those, in the Jet magazine. That's where I read it. And so I'm saying here now that Pastor knows over here, and we will talk about the matter of having this type of education being done, even beginning here and if they can come to NCU, because we have the NCU campus here right now, the extension campus, and I've been in conversation with them about the program, you see, extending the program. So what I'm just trying to say is this is the beginning of something that will happen, that will help those, yes. Yes, Mrs. Barrett.
I just wanted to say that I can't sing. I can't sing. I don't play an instrument, but I'm just so excited by what has happened here today. And I hope, ladies and gentlemen, that you won't mind seeing yourself on the video, because we want to share the message far and wide. We want to promote the role of music in the church and what has happened here today. And we're going to feature pieces of what happened here today to share it far and wide in Jamaica Union and the Atlantic Caribbean Union and internationally. So thank you all. NCU is so happy to be a part of this, and I'm so proud of the music department, the students and everybody, and all of you who have come out and just listening to the questions and the enthusiasm. I am wishing I could sing. But for now, I am going to promote, and thank you so much.
Mrs. Barrett, you wishing that you can sing? We can teach you to sing.
You hear that? You know, let me tell you a little secret. When I was in high school, I tried out for the choir, and the music director, he said, sing again for me. And when I sang, he said, tell you what, I want you to try the orchestra. Now that, so I'm scared for life.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
All right, we have that hand for a while.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, hold on, everyone. Let us hear the question together.
Yes. Yes. So we will do that. Pastor, we'll make sure to do that. Okay? All right.
Any
okay.
other?
One last one.
Any other question? You had a question? Go ahead. All right. All right. I'm just going to make a quick, thank you. I'm going to make a quick point before Pastor comes. Just a quick point before Pastor comes. Right here, seated in front of us, I'm guessing there are, let me see the hands of all the choir directors. Those who are, the choir directors over that side, 5 minutes? Okay. All right. All right. Some here and some over there. All right, the worship leaders. All right. And the choir members. I'm seeing the same hands going up. All right. So what I'm going to say to you is this. We have to educate ourselves. Not just hear from what we're doing right now. We have to educate ourselves. So choir directors, we have to do some research. We have to do some extensive work. We have to upgrade ourselves, all right? Also, the worship leaders, we have to know what it means to be a worship leader. We have to know the responsibilities. I see some choirs sometimes. The choir director is standing in front of the choir and just waving, and the church is the choir is singing, and they're snapping their fingers, and the choir is singing. You are just keeping time, or you're just waving. But conducting comes with a lot more responsibility. All right, and so I'm taking this time to say we should learn and upgrade ourselves. There are a lot of resources that are available to help us to get to that point. But don't just take it for granted to say, okay, I'm the choir director or I'm worship leader, so we just come up here and sing crucified, laid upon the stone. All right? No. If the Sabbath is about stewardship, what do we do? And even the sermon that is about to be sung, the coordinator must know what the preacher is going to be preaching about. All of those things. And so, the songs that you use for praise and worship, the songs that you use right through, must point you back to the sermon. All right? So your heart is already prepared and geared for that. So that's just a quick point, and then, all right. Okay. We are going to do the. All right. So we're gonna do the blessed assurance one more time. We are going to have our accompanist, Mrs. Simpson. She's going to be playing the first verse and the chorus, and then we will stand. I will indicate for you to stand. Don't stand before.
Check.
Upright. We now have the song. Da, 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 da.
Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine, heir of salvation, purchase of God, born of His Spirit, washed in His blood. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long.
All right, and some persons may say that's too long, but if we tend to be rushing through the musical items, and so it loses the meaning. All right, so thank you very much for your cooperation today.
Put your hands together. Lovely, lovely presentation. Thank you.